Richten wir ihn.
Cousin! You have returned. How did things go?
Oh, you don't look well. What's happened here?
Nothing. Nothing terribly bad in any case. I must have eaten something that's having trouble going through me.
Seems to me that this illness has been lingering too long. Who prepares your meals? Are they safe?
No one is poisoning me, dear cousin. We are far from court and their customs. It's nothing. Take my word for it. Now then, what do you have to tell me?
We had a talk with Lady Morange and we explored the ruins that she suggested we visit. All our findings point to one conclusion. Those ruins were originally built by the Congregation of Merchants.
The congregation? Us? But Father never once even hinted. Once again, he must have deemed me unworthy to know the secret. How he must despise me.
Constantine.
We need to learn more. I want to understand. I need to know everything my father has kept from me. This question also concerns you. You look too much like a native for that to be a coincidence. Since we cannot bombard my father with questions, others here must give us the answers we
Seht ihr
require.
ihn wirklich
The congregation, even in the past, could not have made it to this island without help. We are pitiful sailors.
You're thinking of us. But I assure you that I know nothing of this story.
You are perhaps simply not aware, but your admiral stationed at the captainry surely is. Go and find her, cousin. Try to learn the final chapter of this story.
Very well.
Anything else?
I'm going to leave now. Goodbye, Constantine.
Look out for yourself.
Sprechen wir mit dem Admiral. Tap, 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 tap. Kommen wir hier... Nein, wir kommen da nicht durch. Das ist meine Kiste, ne? Wo ist Nacht? Admirali! Ich störe nicht nachts. Die ist nachtens, ja.
Desarde, what can I do for you?
I've explored many ruins on this island, ruins that after careful scrutiny were built by the congregation. In one of them we found a journal that made reference to your guild. This document, as are the buildings, date much further back than the arrival of the Bridge Alliance a decade ago. These discoveries raise a good many questions, questions that my cousin would like you to answer.
I understand. All the same, we are in a difficult situation. We are bound by the pact. I could eventually overlook these engagements if you would perform a service. Commander Fernando, who holds the port of San Mateus, has problems with certain members of Teleme. The bishop that accompanies you on occasion could without a doubt tell you more.
I won't hesitate to speak to him about it.
Solve these problems, and I will reconsider the validity of the pact. I will answer your questions. Anything else?
I need to be going. Until we meet again, Admiral.
Okay, Das war mein Wohnsitz, genau. Nehmen wir den auf jeden Fall mit. Gruppe zusammenstellen, die kommt weg. Der kommt dazu.
My dear child, what can I do for you?
I had a meeting with Admiral Cabral concerning what we found in those ruins. She said she was bound by a pact that kept her from answering questions on the subject.
The Nauts are nothing more than mercenaries of the oceans. I suppose that she wants something in exchange.
Effectively. She told me that her men posted at San Mateus met with some problems. and she advised me to speak to you. Does that make sense?
I believe I see what the Admiral is speaking about. Or rather, who. A few of our zealous brothers are overcome by their faith. You already witnessed it for yourself at San Mateus. They look with a wary eye at all those who do not swear faith to Thélème, and refuse to express their faith openly. It is possible they have decided to target the Nauts. We will need to speak with those on Thélème lands. And of course, seek out the Bishop Domitius.
What was your role at my uncle's court? Were you already an ambassador?
No. But I was part of the embassy. I had only just started my career as a diplomat back then. Thélème was hoping to convert the congregation, and they had sent me to spread the word. I tried to teach you some of the basics because you had a predisposition for magic. But you were so young. You preferred to run around the halls with a wooden sword in hand, chasing your cousin.
I'll see you later, Father.
Take care, child.
Toll, ich muss da reisen. So, darüber. Ab. Von Wohnsitz zu Wohnsitz. So, was hat er hier? Neues. Ja, und jetzt kann ich da noch was dran bauen. 2 Stück, geil. Das hole ich mir mal. Da ist das nix. Kriege ich geile Rüstung oder nicht? Dann zum Tisch. So, Rüstungs durch 30. Ist auch ein Mix. Jetzt die Frage, Rüstungsdurchschlagen 30 erhöhen? Nee, ne? (30, 20, 10). Ja. So, das ist doch mal ein Schwert. Schniebel, Schnappel. Kommt man nicht durch.
Closer. Don't hesitate. All of our products are improved.
Ja, jetzt ist gerade schlecht. Hallo.
Hello, sir. You are from the congregation, are you not?
Indeed. De Sardet. Your admiral has sent me here.
Pleasure. You may call me Fernando. I am the port commander here. What might I do for you?
Eine Lampe an kannst du
Your
mir
admiral
machen.
informed me that you've been having problems with a few citizens of Thélème. What more can you tell me?
Problems, huh? We're up to our necks and sinking with problems. Yeah, I even received threats to my own person. One of those high and mighty long robes dared walk upon my docks with talk of burning me at the stake. Burning me? Then 2 of my men up and disappeared, and I do not believe in coincidence. I wanted to ask for help from the Mother Cardinal, but she did not answer my requests for an audience. The games of politics are not my forte, and investigations even less so. Find my men. I implore you. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need.
Fernando and the Admiral are close. When she was captain, he was her chief mate. She trusts him completely. That's why she put him in charge of the management of the port of San Mateus.
We should talk to some other sailors at the port. If some of their comrades have also disappeared, they may be able to give us some information.
So, das Verschwinden in Nauten.
Good day. I'm looking for several sailors. Some Nauts that disappeared a few days ago.
Sorry, that doesn't ring any bells. But I did hear talk like everyone else on the port, but that's all. You should ask the Mage Inquisitors who have taken up lodgings here of late. They must have certainly seen something. We see them everywhere, and they spend their time spying on all that moves, especially eyeing all that the Nauts are up to.
And what do these Mage Inquisitors look like?
They wear a very peculiar symbol.
We cannot question all the Inquisitors roaming around the island.
Hier.
Good day. I'm looking for 2 men, Nauts, that went missing a few days ago. Do you know anything about them?
Why? As a matter of fact, I do. 3 or 4 days ago, I was at the tavern having a conversation with a sailor. A nice fellow. He was telling these stories. He was drinking hard. He went outside for a moment to... you can imagine. And well, he never came back. He wasn't that drunk to have passed out. If it were that, we would have found him. No. Something happened to him. That's a fact. But I would be at a loss to tell you what.
If one of the sailors disappeared as he came out of the tavern, that is where we should go. If we find Inquisitors there, they'll certainly know more than the ones we see here.
Versuche das Verschwinden in Nauten. Nauten verschwinden. Die Leute wissen von nichts.
We're approaching the tavern.
If we want to eavesdrop on conversations, we should be discreet.
When are we going to act? Our men are twiddling their thumbs, and that's bad for their morale. Let's not even speak about the guards at the prison. Who likes having clandestine prisoners in their jails?
You are impatient. We haven't been able to get out of them what we need to hear, but it won't be long. Then we can act, and launch the grand purification of the Nauts. While waiting, keep your men on a leash, especially those in the jails. If the Mother Cardinal learns that you are detaining Nauts in a cell in your barracks...
We'll be in muddy waters, but then you will too. No need to remind me.
They're gone.
I cannot believe that these lunatics dared capture some of my brothers to interrogate them. We must set them free from the Coin's jail as soon as possible. As for this talk of purification, it gives me shivers.
Ja, wo sind's? Wo ist denn das? So ein Scheiß. Hey, die Nauten. Hallo.
for the eyes, ladies and gentlemen, and it's free. Come and see me as soon as you have made your choice.
Huch. Komme ich denn hier durch? Da. Komische Behausung ist das hier.
Halt! You have no authority to go any further.
And if I gave you this, so that you might go and have a little fun?
In that case, I could certainly look the other way for a while. But be discreet.
Ja, hau schon ab.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us out of there.
Those Inquisitors are completely mad. They tortured us. They wanted us to admit to all manner of horrors. Stories of some demonic cult and curses of Malachor. I was of the firm belief that they were going to kill us. But you must make haste. They are planning some sort of wickedness.
They spoke of a great purification. And after that, they did this to us. It doesn't bode well. Not at all. I heard them talking about their headquarters near the palace. Maybe you'll learn something there of interest. Thank you again for freeing us. We'll be able to make it back to port on our own.
We need to discover what is behind this talk of purification, before they can execute their plan. We should go see this Domitius after all. What he will tell us may help us understand.
Hier sehr auffällig, unauffällig hier einfach rauszumarschieren mit den Nauten. Oh, ne, komme ich hier irgendwo raus? Ja, hier. Hier nicht so. Aber da, so. Ja, okay. Ich bin nur hinten auf dem Übungsplatz mal wieder. Wieder falsch. Dann nehmen wir diese Tür.
Here comes our pay, boys!
Oh.
Come and take
Scheiße. Aber es ist halt eine Zweihandwaffe, ne? Das wusste ich nicht. Breitschwert. Hm. Warum haben wir die denn nicht im Gefängnis gelassen und schnell der Mutter Kardinälin Bescheid gesagt? Dann wären die doch auf frischer Tat ertappt gewesen und weg vom Fenster. Aber so... So ich gehe noch weiter. Warum bediene sie? Oh. Kirche ist nicht das, was ich gerade suche. Ah, scheiße, so ein fettes Zweihandschell, natürlich. Ich weiß nicht, ob das eine DPS-Anzeige ist oder einfach nur der Schaden da.
What do you want from me, my son?
Sir de Sardet, emissary of the congregation.
Ah. The congregation still has the uncanny gift of surprising us. I am Bishop Domitius. I represent the Ordo Luminous on the island. What can I do for you?
I believe you have a few problems with the Nauts who reside in the port.
We have problems with all matter of heretics, my son. And of course the pagan Nauts would be among them. They are very secretive, and have all sorts of strange rituals that they keep to themselves under cloak of mystery. The sorcery they employ to guide their ships is drawn from nature, just like the sorcery used by the natives. And to top it all off, and this is where it stings, we suspect them to be at the origin of the Malachor.
Whatever do you mean? How?
Have you ever once crossed paths with a Naut suffering from the blood plague? Why are they spared? The only logical reason is that they are at its origin, calling upon various cursed rituals. It's as simple as day. I am certain that we will find clues of their rituals and their pagan idols in their stockhouses in the port.
What a nest of absurdities.
What other reaction would you expect from those responsible for the curse that afflicts us?
Very well. Let's just agree that these rumors need to be verified.
Anything else?
Nein. Die ist in der Nauten. Das heißt, ich muss erstmal zurück zu mir und mich umziehen, ne? Ich muss wieder rumschleichen. Wo ist denn mein, sehe ich das? Ja, da rechts. Cavern, so, ja, was ist hier mit den Waffen? Großes Hackebeil. Breitschwert, ey.
Good day, Desade. How can I help you?
I met the representative of the Ordo Luminous, and he spoke of his fears concerning the Nauts.
That hardly surprises me. That man is full of pride and arrogance, and sees evil wherever he gazes.
And that bishop is not made of milk and kindness, but his questions are intriguing. He suspects you to be somehow responsible for the Malachor because you never fall prey to it.
Responsible for the Malachor? And how?
Through your magic. Some sort of ritual. Do you use a magic very similar to that of the natives?
I have nothing more to say about it. Those are merely the fantasies of a lunatic. More questions?
Thanks. I've got everything I need. The commander will probably not tell us anything more about the Naut's secrets, but the documents at the Harbor Master's office may teach us something new. If we can stay discreet.
Hä? So, ich muss auch. Ja. Morgen. Ja, hier wäre ich natürlich ungesehen, obwohl doch schon. Die Nauten, die die Lagerhäuser bewachen. Die Anzahl der Wachen, die in den wichtigsten Lagerhäusern patrouillieren, muss unverzüglich verdoppelt werden. Verkleidete Inquisitoren wurden in der Gegend gesichtet. Sie versuchen vermutlich in die Lager einzudringen. Lass Vorsicht walten und sorgt dafür, dass niemand in dieses Lagerhaus gelangt. Nur die Nauten dürfen hinein. Unsere Geheimnisse müssen um jeden Preis geschützt werden.
This note speaks of a secret hangar. We should investigate, even though it's sure to be well guarded. That way we'll know exactly what the Nauts are hiding from us.
I can assure you, we're not hiding anything reprehensible. But if you absolutely want to check it out for yourself...
Das Lager ist da auch drin, oder was? Oh Mann. Verstehe es nicht. Ah, auf einmal ist es irgendwo da hinten. Das ist so lächerlich.
I've already seen this type of engine in my uncle's court. It's used to spy upon the stars.
These objects are called sextants. Looking at the heavens through them, we can determine and track precisely the course of our ships.
Nothing magic nor impure therein. They're nothing but measuring instruments.
Bisschen vorne rein. Da ist das denn. Der Ruf des Delfins. Der Dreizack muss so schnell wie möglich repariert werden. Außerdem sollte das Barometer ausgetauscht werden, da das an Bord befindliche nicht so präzise arbeitet, wie es sollte. Die Besatzung konnte dem Sturm nicht rechtzeitig ausweichen, was uns einen Segel kostete. Ich bitte um Diskretion. Die Inquisition beobachtet uns. Admiral Cabral. Ist da eine Kette? Jetzt ist hier oben was, ich hasse das.
These machines are extremely complex. I've never seen anything like it. Oh. This one looks like it has a shouting dolphin etched into its side.
I wouldn't begin to know how this one works. It's a new model, invented recently. It's designed to measure the depths of the oceans. It's extremely useful.
And that? It looks like a thermometer. And this other machine, does it really predict the weather?
The second instrument is a barometer, and it does indeed predict where the weather is going to be. Nothing magic in it either, I can tell you that.
These instruments are incredible, and I would be hard-pressed to use them. But I certainly see nothing magic in here. Nor anything diabolical. For as long as they work and are really used, these instruments seem to be the product of science. And I've definitely found nothing related to the Malachor, nor a secret sect or cult. This Domitius has let his imagination and the taste of Naut's secrets get the best of
Ach,
him.
was?
I don't think you realize the importance of what you have just seen. These instruments allow us to dominate the oceans and discover new worlds. Keeping this secret has enabled us to remain the only ones capable of navigating the high seas.
Everyone just thinks you use a magic of your own.
We were the ones that spread that rumor. It harms our reputation, but protects us from competition.
And this story about the Malachor?
I have no way to explain why we don't catch it, but we're not responsible for it. I truly hope you'll reveal nothing of what you've discovered in this place.